Hello everyone, this is Alex Wiseman, and this is my screencast on my extended pitch for Entrepreneurship 645 at Western Carolina University. So this is about my company, V-Economy. We have great cars, great prices, but a better experience. So, how we came to be. While studying labor force economics and sociology at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, I was struck with the hard realization: business is not the enemy and can actually be an ally. Businesses can help take care of those who are living in the lower economic tiers, especially those in poverty. People need access to better resources in order to gain opportunities to achieve success. Through my studies, I discovered that one of the main reasons people can't escape their economic situation is because they can't travel to areas where opportunities exist. This realization, combined with my lifelong fascination with cars, led to the birth of V-Economy. The managerial aspect of my education also taught me a lot about how others want to be treated in a professional setting. I realized that when workers are managed well, they respond with citizenship and positivity. So why couldn't this happen between a business and its customers? I decided to come up with a way that businesses can manage their customers and keep them happy and engaged in my business the same way I would strive to keep my employees' citizenship and dignity high. V-Economy is the first car business that has the goal of putting people before profits. We do this in two ways. One, we treat every guest as though they're a human being by creating the process for them, no longer needing sales managers or finance managers. This will give the guest a connection to their sales consultant, quote unquote. We'll be coming up with a better name for these employees later. But this will give the guest a connection to their sales consultant that they have never been able to have in the past. We will also allow the guest to choose whether or not they want help while browsing for cars. Most people choose not to have a dealership employee with them to avoid sales tactics, so having privacy for some guests is the optimal way to shop. And number two, we will help people who need transportation to gain access to better resources. With the U.S. being the land of the free and the land of opportunity, it's unfortunate that people living in lower economic tiers do not have the ability to capitalize on that opportunity. At V-Economy, we aim to eliminate that barrier and help those in lower economic tiers use a vehicle to get better jobs and help their kids get into better schools, slowly helping to eliminate poverty in the local community. Car salesmen of days past have tried to trick people into buying cars. At V-Economy, the prices are set and the salaries of our employees are set, eliminating the need to be pushy to sell cars. This gives the guests a comforting feeling because they are not being hassled or pushed into making a purchase that for most people is a huge decision. We want to foster a feeling that each guest is a friend or a welcome guest, like at a cocktail party or a family event. Building trust and rapport is far more important to obtaining and keeping customers over a long period. V-Economy also wants to make sure that members of the community who are typically ignored or given less opportunity have a chance to make a better life for themselves and their families. Not everyone who lives in poverty got there because they didn't care about themselves. Many people were never afforded opportunities or have been held back for other outside reasons. If these people were just given a chance, I believe they would surely help themselves move out of poverty. Having a reliable means of transportation can mean all the difference between being cold and hungry and having a warm bed and food on the table, with a few extra bucks to spend on things like new cars. The economy aims to donate one car every 6 months to a family or person in need of a better life. As the company grows, we can extend the program to donate one car every quarter, and hopefully in multiple cities across the U.S. The MCN method applies to how the company will be profitable. MCM stands for money converting to commodities, which converts back to money. I will start with money at local auctions in order to get needed vehicles for the dealership. A mechanic will be employed to help ensure quality in the vehicle at the lowest price possible. With the set $1,500 markup above cost, the vehicles will be able to sell at the most efficient price possible. In areas where the local income is higher or lower, the set markup can change to fit the local economy. Every month, a small percentage of profits will be placed into an account that will be used to purchase the vehicle that is to be donated, up to a maximum of $5,000. Based on local market research, a minimum of 12 cars per month should be sold in order to remain profitable and achieve our mission. After an estimated $12,000 in expenses, a minimum of $6,000 profit should be made each month. As our mission, our reputation, and our brand reach more people in our target market, profits can only skyrocket from there. Based on projections of more people buying cars during warmer months and sales staggering during colder months, the economy could see a 9% growth in its very first year. As word gets out about the economy and the services that we offer, more people will come in and want to see what this brand new car buying experience is all about. Through social media and word-of-mouth marketing, the economy could grow possibly even higher. Targeting young professionals who have disposable incomes and the need for a better vehicle, on top of the amount of time young professionals spend on social media networks like Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram, the ability to reach these customers is endless. So, to go over this chart a little bit, this is just an estimated timeline had I started in January. So if I start in January and I'm able to sell 10 cars, while I said that there's 12, I'm just giving a little room for error for a brand new business, because that month of January is also going to need to be the month that I test the market, and people are going to have to learn who the economy is. Then I project to go up to 12 the next month, closer to 13 in March, 15 in April, and then as the summer months come, people are out and they spend a little bit more money during the summer. So in May, looking at around 16 to 17 cars. In June, up towards 20. July, closer to 23. August, 26. And in September and October, the word about the economy should be out enough. And the summer months and spending months should still be around to where I can warrant 28 to 29 cars per month number. And then in November and December, I expect it to fall off a little bit because it's colder, people aren't wanting to go out and walk around lots to look at cars, and people are spending money on the holidays. So they're probably not going to be spending as much money on cars. But if I can grow from 10 cars a month to 29 cars per month in only 9 months, then the room for growth is tremendous. So now I've made a flyer. Let me see if I can't get this to slideshow and then stop. Okay, so here is my flyer. I chose this because I want to convey an element of excitement and an element of adventure on top of a little bit element of mystery. These are things that can evoke an emotional response with the picture at hand. So I wrote in here, life is an open road. Come start your adventure with us today. I also included my website and my Facebook page with a thumbs up in front of it, asking customers to like me on Facebook. The more visits I get on my website and on Facebook, the higher this ad can show up, or the more likely this ad will show up in people's news feeds or ad feeds. I've also included my company logo here at the top. It stands out enough where it is to where people will notice the Vehiconomy logo. But they'll stop and think for a minute whenever they see this ad and think about where they would go, who they would take with them on that trip, what kind of car they would buy, and I believe it's an inviting ad. It's not saying, come buy a car from me right now. Your life depends on it, or there's no loud exclamation points or explosion boxes with pictures of cars inside of them with the prices of cars just screaming at you saying, come in and buy this, come in and buy this. This gives the buyer an opportunity to come check me out from my website and from my Facebook page before they ever come to the dealership. But I believe this ad creates enough mystery and enough curiosity to where people are willing to go to my website or my Facebook page and check out and see exactly what it is that I'm all about. Once they get to the website, then they'll learn more about my mission, what it is that Vehiconomy does for the community and for the buyer. But I believe this ad here will get enough people interested in figuring out what Vehiconomy is all about. There is one thing with this ad, though. It never says that I'm a car dealership, except in my slogan underneath of Vehiconomy, with great cars, great prices, better experience. With that slogan attached to my logo, I believe that an open-ended, emotion-evoking ad is a proper way to go about bringing in customers to my website and my Facebook page. Thank you very much.